Right now, your brain is holding on to every painful moment you have ever lived, more tightly than any joy, more clearly than any peace, even if your life is good, even if the danger is long past. Your nervous system may still be living inside it. Scientists have now discovered why. And more importantly, how to change it. You can have every reason to feel okay, and still your brain returns to the wound. This is not a flaw of character, it is a feature of neural architecture. Most people blame themselves for not being able to let go. The real answer is biological. Your brain evolved to overlearn danger. In a modern world of chronic stress, that ancient program can trap us in yesterday. Recognition is step 1. Compassion for a hard-working nervous system is step 2. Now let's open the machine and look at the code. It starts with a bias that kept our ancestors alive and can keep you stuck. First, negativity bias, the brain's asymmetric weighting of negative versus positive stimuli. Negative stimuli are processed within roughly 100 milliseconds. Positive often takes closer to 300. As Roy Baumeister's landmark paper put it, bad is stronger than good. Second, amygdala hyperactivation. Perceived threat triggers a surge that flags the moment as urgent. Norepinephrine and cortisol flood the system, telling the hippocampus, remember this, forever if needed. Through long-term potentiation, synapses strengthen faster for threat-linked memories than for neutral or positive ones. Think of norepinephrine as a highlighter pen in the hippocampus. It burns the experience in. Each replay reopens the circuit. Each replay strengthens the pathway. What fires together, wires together, especially when fear is present. Your brain is not neutral. It is a survival machine, biasing toward what can hurt. And unless interrupted, it will keep optimizing for pain avoidance, not peace. That optimization has a cost, one we feel between events, which brings us to the loop that won't let go. When the brain is idle, it is not resting. It is rehearsing threats, the default mode. Network at work. Left unattended, the DMN preferentially replays unresolved negative memories, a safety drill gone chronic. In depression and anxiety, this network becomes overactive. The loop intensifies, often beyond conscious control. Multiple imaging studies confirm more DMN, more rumination. Here's the dangerous part. The brain cannot tell the difference between remembering pain and re-experiencing it. Every replay is practice. Practice strengthens the wound. Default does not mean harmless, it means automatic. And when automatic skews negative, life narrows. Anticipation replaces presence. The body keeps tally, and the nights get longer. But there's a deeper loop beneath all this. A century-old insight predicted it, and it's still running in the background. Emotional hypervigilance. Joy with a seatbelt on. Anticipatory anxiety. Bracing for an impact that never comes. Old pain walks into new rooms. Carl Jung called it the shadow, the unconscious repository of suppressed emotions, painful memories, and rejected experiences. What we refuse to face does not disappear. It intensifies. Shadow projection externalizes inner darkness onto others. An old threat pasted onto a new face. Unintegrated shadow amplifies negativity bias. The more we suppress, the more intensely the brain tags it as an unresolved threat, and the more aggressively the DMN replays it. This is not weakness. It is a system doing its job too well. But a loop that's strong needs a lever. There is one, and it's biological. Let's map the whole circuit, so we can see where to interrupt it, and how to change the ending. Threat perception triggers amygdala activation. The HPA axis releases cortisol. The locus coeruleus releases norepinephrine. Together, they intensify hippocampal encoding. Long-term potentiation etches the trace. During sleep, the brain replays emotionally tagged memories, especially in REM, to process and store them. Cortisol is normally suppressed in REM, which should help decouple emotion from memory. But when the emotional charge is overwhelming, processing fails, and the memory reconsolidates at full intensity. Crucially, every recall opens a reconsolidation window, a brief, malleable state. For roughly 4 to 6 hours, the brain can update the emotional tag. 2 leverage points: how you recall and the body state you recall it in. This is not pop psychology. It is neurobiology. And it leads to a surprising discovery. The brain is a living editor, and editors can rewrite. Now the reveal. Scientists didn't expect this. At MIT, Susumu Tonegawa's team showed that activating a positive memory engram while a fear memory was active reduced the fear response permanently. Pairing a retrieved fear with a positive state rewrote its emotional valence. Every time you remember, your brain unlocks the file. For hours, it is physically changeable. What happens emotionally during that window determines how it's stored again. Your brain is not a recording device. It is a living editor. And every time you remember, you have a brief window to change how it ends. Hope, here, is a mechanism, not a mood. 1. Memory reconsolidation practice. Recall a painful memory with moderate intensity while in a calm, safe state. Then engage a counter-emotion, warmth, safety, connection, to rewrite the tag. Repeat over sessions. 2. Taking in the good. After any positive experience, rest your attention on it for 30 seconds with embodied awareness. Give joy equal encoding depth. 3. Shadow work. Notice recurring triggers and projections as signals of unintegrated material. Acknowledge and integrate, don't suppress. The charge drops when seen. 4. Reduce DMN rumination. Mindfulness training lowers DMN activity within weeks. Cold exposure, flow states, and engaged social time also interrupt loops. 5. EMDR, the most validated reconsolidation intervention. Bilateral stimulation during recall disrupts maladaptive encoding, now being studied for broader emotional memory rebalancing. This is not about thinking happy thoughts. It is about using the brain's own architecture to do what it was designed to do: heal. When the nervous system is no longer living inside old pain, something shifts. Presence returns. Lightness is possible. The goal is not to forget. The goal is to remember, without being trapped, and to trust that relief is a skill, not a miracle. The brain was never designed to carry pain forever. It was designed to process it, learn from it, and release it. But chronic stress, suppression, and the absence of safe nervous system states have broken that cycle for millions of people. Recovery is not a matter of willpower. It is a matter of neuroscience. And it begins the moment you stop fighting what you feel and start working with the biology that was always trying to heal you.